Hello Transport Evolved, hello Mark, 'tis I have lots of things to respond to from your posts yesterday, and like last time I made a little list on the back of an envelope because it's always good to recycle. You know what, Mark, I'm really glad that you actually agree with me on most of the whole Tesla Apple thing. I think the idea of Apple buying Tesla outright is just ludicrous. So I think you and I are on the right track here. I was thinking about it though. Wouldn't it be great if Apple could make devices that said batteries by Tesla? Batteries by Tesla would be like a massive thing for Apple. I mean, Apple does the whole designed in California. Interestingly, the share price for Tesla went absolutely sky high yesterday based on the back of that rumour. Plus, obviously, it's Tesla's fourth quarter 2013 profits today. I have email. That was my email. So $206 a share, and if you had purchased 600 Tesla shares at $15 a share, which was about the lowest they ever got, you could now buy a Tesla Model S with that money if you sold your shares today. So yeah, it would have cost you about $9,000 and some dollars at the time. Now it's worth $125,000, which mind blown. Chargemaster and subscriptions and pretty much every other charging network. Why do they do it, Mark? Well, yeah, they do it to make money. If you think about charging networks, they have so much stuff that they have to provide. Electricity is actually the cheapest thing, but it's the only thing they can charge for. You've got the software that runs, you know, all of the payment systems. That's not going to be cheap. You've got installation costs. That's going to be quite high, I would suspect. Basically, the electricity is the cheapest part of the whole thing. Although electricity is the cheapest thing, it's kind of the only thing that they can charge for. In the UK, you can't charge for electricity unless you're a utility company, so you have to charge time at the charging station. It's the same kind of thing that's happening in Washington, Washington State, not Washington DC. The West Coast Electric Highway, come April 1st, will be a membership or pay-as-you-go system. It won't be free. At the moment, it's free. You can drive from Vancouver on the south side of Washington State all the way up to Vancouver, British Columbia, which is kind of just over the border into Canada. And you can charge along that corridor 12 different rapid charger stations for absolutely free. But come April 1st, you'll have to pay $20 a month for an unlimited subscription, or $7.50 every time you plug in. If you drive your car, I worked this out earlier, if you cover 33,000 miles a year, and you pay $20 a month, which is $240 a year, for access to that rapid charging network, and you make use of it to help you get those 33,000 miles a year, the total cost that it adds to your cost per mile is about a cent, just under a cent in fact. Whereas if you do like just 10,000 miles a year, paying $20 a month for that same service, the unlimited service, will be an equivalent of $half. So really the subscription only works if you're going to be doing high mileage. At the $7.50, I think for most people, just pay as you use. But it is going to make family trips a bit more expensive. So I'm going to be interesting to see how that works. But my thing that I wanted to say there, Mark, was that I will pay extra money to ensure that I have a charge, that it's reliable and that I know I can use it. I'm not going to pay money if the charging network's rubbish, is always breaking down. And with the best will in the world at the moment, I don't know a single charging network that I can't leave my house in the morning and go to knowing that it's going to work. I want to talk to you about EV advertising. Why do ad agencies not get EVs? I've seen 3 or 4 ads for EVs in the past couple of weeks, and the BMW i3 ad, which shows a guy getting caught speeding and the cop's writing out the ticket and he says, well, at least you won't have to pay for gas. That's kind of the funniest one. Chevy's one is the boy and his dad and the snake in the desert, and the boy asking what snakes taste like because his dad's teasing him and saying, you know, if we run out of electricity in the desert, we're going to have to live off the land until someone rescues us. It's just kind of engendering this feeling of range anxiety in the population. I think ad agencies think people are stupid. I think they need to focus on things like how fun it is to drive an EV, how quick you can pull off the line, how much money you can save. I mean, wouldn't that be a great ad? Family going out every weekend for for breakfast, and their neighbours can't figure out how they can do it until they see this electric car come out of the garage. I mean, that would work, wouldn't it? I don't know. So, Mark, why are EV adverts so rubbish, and why are some of them not funny? I mean, only the fan-made ones are the best one. I like the zombie one for Chevy, which wasn't even an official ad, but that was brilliant. So, why don't ad agencies get EV ads, Mark? Help me out here. Goodbye, Mark. Goodbye, Transport Evolved. See you on Friday.